Here we go, guys. Quick debrief from our jumps yesterday. Try and make this not as long as usual. But who knows? Let's see what happens. Whoops, what happened there? Oh, I think we're out of order again. Let's have a look at this. 3-6, 3-7. No, I guess it's right. Okay, let's have a look. So one thing, Lauren, with all of your entrances, they're really high sometimes. Like you jump in, a couple times I kept saying like sort of come down. That's just to prevent this kind of stuff if it does happen. Like sometimes you go in and you shoot up, and if somebody jumps in and they go underneath you, even if they come in after you, see how everybody goes in at like a reasonable altitude. Number one. Very nice. I'll take this, guys. Okay, decent one build. So this is block one, Mola Mola. Cat setup between Vanessa and I. Side bodies with Chris and Lauren. Vanessa steps forwards. I go backwards. We build a compressed picture. There's a little compressed. Vanessa, nice step out so you clear space for Chris to keep going. Chris, just spin your 360. Lauren, you're watching Chris that he comes through. And as soon as he comes through, you get in right behind him. This one is quite tight, so you probably had to stall a little bit. Subsequent ones were quite good, I think. And then Chris, once you finished early, stop. Don't over-rotate Vanessa. Look for the close and just put her on. And if we had any levels at this time, this is where you would be fixing them. Okay, so that was really nice, guys. Block 13. Whatever this is called, I forget. Good setup, guys, in the beginning. Myself and Lauren want to get slightly higher on this one, so that when we step forward, we can come at this angle here, Lauren. Forward here, and Vanessa can go forward there. But the only way to do that is to either go direct all the way past one another and then turn, or to have a slight level so that when you turn, Lauren, your top of your feet can skim over the top of Vanessa's feet. So that's why we build a little vertical. And as we get better at this block, we'll actually start to shear over one another. Like you and Vanessa, Lauren and Vanessa would almost side slide over one another to shorten it. So here we go. So good forward move. Great, Vanessa. Look at that, like going forward. And then a bit of a turn. Good job, Lauren. We're just waiting for Vanessa to clear the way there. Vanessa, I think we can probably work on your legs a little bit more. I think sometimes I've kind of, I was wondering why sometimes it looks like you're flicking yourself around a bit, and I think we're not using your legs as efficiently as we can. So we're going to address that at some point. But good position, Lauren and Vanessa. There you are. They're in a good position, Vanessa. Sorry, let me go forward. Okay, that looks good. Over, forward, and close. I think I went back one too many. Had finger trouble on the mouse here, but let's see. Alright, so this is the one we're talking about. So, good forward motion. So here, Vanessa, normally you would have, as you drive forward, you would take your right knee, you would drop it down, which would start the turn for you. And then you would stop in this position. So normally we would have the reverse of this. We would have the reverse of this slightly sooner. So we would have the right knee down instead of you kind of bending and flicking your body and then stopping. So we'll keep an eye on this and we'll talk more about it if we need to. Anyway, I'm turning a little bit sooner. I'm waiting for Lauren to make space. She's making space. She's making space. Forward, good job, Chris. We're supposed to go forward, but I'm just kind of sliding over you, getting to a position a little bit sooner. And then good close. I'm really happy with this 13. So this is probably on our list of blocks that is not awful. Great cog there, Lauren. A little bit of a level. So this is where we would fix it. If we see there's a level coming, Lauren, we're going to sink down into it a little bit on block 1 here. And Vanessa, if you guys see it coming, you're kind of going to just lift yourselves and then pick up the catch. As we get better at this block, we'll start to come in with more speed and more power, and sometimes you'll have to assist with the stop. And if we have a level difference there, it can get quite tricky. Very nice. Great setup this, you guys. There's that little vertical I'm talking about. That was amazing. Great job. Let me roll it back for a minute. So here we come in. See how Lauren's gone up a little bit. She's turning just over the legs of Vanessa, which allows us to open up wide. And look how quickly, when we do that little vertical, see how quickly myself and Chris can get started. Because you've opened up a nice gap for us. This is great. We can continue to go. Good body position there, Lauren. Straight over. Maybe a little bit more for Chris. Let's see there. So Chris, as you go forward, you've turned. You're blocking Vanessa out a little bit, so you could have come down this side a little bit more. So you want to go over and almost pull backwards a bit, just to give them a bit more space to go. Right now we've kind of blocked Vanessa out. She's going to have to do quite a big, hip check at the bottom there to finish it up. All right, block 1. Super duper nice. Block 13. That was better. Very nice. Nothing wrong with this at all, guys. I'm really happy with this one. I think we can put this in our little bank of decent blocks and file it away. Let's look at the next one. Okay, block 2, and then block 4. Okay, monopod. This is block 4. High grip with Vanessa on the pod here. Double arm grip at the bottom guaranteed. Chris is set up in a cat with Lauren. Lauren's occupying the center. Looking back, Lauren's key. Great key. Lauren, you want to step out with your upper body to the left a bit. Keep looking over your right shoulder. You kind of head switching too soon, Lauren. Keep looking over your right shoulder. Good making space. Vanessa, you've made space. Chris, you're waiting for that space to happen, and then you're kind of driving straight forward into the gap that they've made for you now, which is great. I'm finishing my turn and just waiting. Lauren comes around, taps, and finishes. Beautiful, guys. That's how block 4 should be done for us at this stage. Really pleased with that. Block 2, a little bit of levels going into this. So we did talk about this yesterday. We really have to work on being settled before we start any of these blocks. A couple of times we had these waves going through them. It's not unusual for any team, but we just want to try and minimize that as much as possible. There we go. Settle it down. Lauren goes, Vanessa goes, Chris goes. Catch. Not bad. Perfect. I did that intentionally on the build there because you see we weren't ready to go. Watch the body position here. Lauren steps in for the 4, the monopod. It starts to build. It's not quite ready, and I know you want to pick me up, Lauren. I can see it, but we're not ready. Waited for it to settle down for a second. Then I gave when we were ready. Step out. Tap. Off we go. Good build. Lauren goes first. Now Vanessa goes. And Chris puts in his power. And around we come. Not bad for block 2. Can certainly be better, but this is a very tricky block. Because spinning that donut, that side flake opal or side body donut, whatever it's called, can get difficult. It's all about timing and how you guys work together, but it was going nicely, so I'm pleased with that. This was nice, Lauren. I'm happy that you stepped out, and as you did so, you suddenly remembered that you needed to focus on the center. So you started to look at me, and then you remembered, oh, actually, you should be looking at the center. You look back. You made sure your center job was done, then you picked me up. So beautiful, great setup that, and that just comes from looking back and knowing where you're setting up and not worrying about me too much. So now, Lauren, the only thing I would say we could improve on this is when you step out to the left a little bit, so you can just tilt your body, your upper body, like use your arms or your chest, drop your left shoulder, kind of just create a little bit of an angle going up this direction. Step out, but keep looking over your right shoulder. See how you're already losing that eye contact? you should look over your right shoulder all the way. You should still be looking over your right shoulder. So you've already head switched. You're already starting to look over your left shoulder there. It's definitely premature. So we can work on holding that head switch a bit longer. The guys at the bottom are doing a great job. So this block is turning out to be successful, but we can definitely get it a little bit better. But as far as it goes, I'm really pleased with that. Nice two spin. I'm giving Lauren a little push out the center there just to help her get started. Nice setup, you guys. Lauren goes, Vanessa goes, Chris goes. Nice. Very nice, you guys. Chris, that's a great job you're doing at the bottom of it. So you too, Vanessa. When Lauren steps out, good swing move, Vanessa. Could maybe use a little bit more leg and get more in a compressed picture with Lauren, but you're doing a great job. And Chris, you're being patient, and there, look at that forward energy you've got, and then you do a flick, you pull her back, and you put onto the grip. It's perfect. Very nice. And that was a great one as well. Look at this. If we have to look at, I have to reverse this. If we look at the start of this block 2, I give Lauren a little push. You could probably, there you go, close your legs, Lauren. Maybe I'm doing you a disservice by giving you that assist on the start. Maybe I should just let you get to this position a little bit sooner, but there it is. You've got it. Knees together, good body pitch, so that's a nice angle. As you go, Vanessa does the same. Chris is being super patient. And then when it's his turn, as he goes, watch how he pulls his arm in and he compresses this piece. He pulls it small, he does his move, and then he opens up for the close. It's great. It's patient, but he does his move at the right time, makes it small, stops it. So block 4, monopod, and block 2, side body opal, side body turf, whatever, side flake opal. I forget. I don't even know these names. I've been using the numbers for so long. Now that I'm going to have to think of the names, it eludes me. So I'm going to put these blocks as well into the good column. We don't have to do them again in our next hard work session, which is on Thursday. Block 6, Stardian. Good setup. Myself and Lauren on the top here, we build a foot higher so we can do the vertical. Lauren and Vanessa go forward, which you can see we have good forward body language here from both of you. Quick hockey stop turn. There's your side picture, and now it's okay to rotate a little bit more as long as you don't drag the center, drag the outsides out with you. Perfect. Now we kind of go from sideways here. I kind of go forwards and turn. Perfect. It's done. Drop the knee in, and then the only correction I had for us, Chris, for you on the bottom, was you were going too far. See how Lauren's catching the hand, and that happened the other day as well. She was catching fingertips, so you could have stopped sooner. So she's catching, on the forearm or even the back of the elbow. So you could stop at least a foot further. Your head could be occupying this space here. Okay. There, I think I was telling you to stop a little bit. All right, block 8. Nice setup. Good start. This is a good interpicture. And then we had a bit of some level troubles now and again. And Lauren, it was a struggle for us to get you to finish closer to the glass. But, the more reps we got, the better it got. So we'll look at a better one in a minute. That was a much better 6. You guys can still be smaller. Very nice, Lauren. Very good. That was great. Top pair, good job. Which had to work on the level, and we did fix it in a minute. So good. Did it. Okay, so for the 6, Vanessa, it still looks like you feel awkward in your forward move. Your forward move should be, but that's it. Now you've done enough to get going. Like the forward momentum is there. Now you should take that right knee, just kind of tweak it outwards to do a turn, and be stopping already. There we go. I mean, it's effective, but it looks like you feel uncomfortable during that sometimes. It doesn't seem as smooth as it could be. Maybe it's just a visual thing. It looks like you're doing all the right parts, but it just looks awkward to me sometimes. So we'll look at the next one again. Block 8. Great, Lauren. That was a good replacement with me. We're taking our time. We're a little bit behind the curve because we've just finished and Chris has already passed us. He's getting really good at this this move. Chris, nice technique there, keeping it tight, getting your legs between. And a level. All right, good job getting up, Vanessa. So learning for us on that. So we have to be able to, when you come around, lift up, and we can't end up on the net. XP won't be so bad because the Westchester tunnel really sucks us down to the net when we're on it. XP will have a little bit more power there where we can just use it to get back up. So I'm not hugely concerned about that. Okay, turn. Stop. That's much better done. I like it. Should be flicking already, Chris. You're sliding. I love the initiation, but it's almost going too far. Now by the time you turn, that was a better one. That was good. Okay, come Lauren, let's go. Perfect. Follow me. Nice. So Lauren, you could keep your hip closer to mine a little bit if you can. So I like your body position here. We're trading places. Now what you need to do is wait for me to drive forward. See how you're coming around the corner already. You could wait a little bit. Take your hand, kind of push me forward past your head, and then take your hip and stick it on mine almost in a straight line. So you don't swing around the corner, your hips came closer, if you know what I mean. 6, 6, very nice. All right, good job, guys. Really happy with those. Not going to obsess that 8 top pair relationship takes a while to build. I'm happy with the way that bottom pair 8s are spinning. And those 6s, 8 is a Canada T, and the 6 Stadion, also satisfied. All right, 11, Photon. We started to get better once we built a level in at the top there, Lauren. So now we've got our level going up. That's a good inter picture. And there's the close. Very nice 11. Very happy with that, you guys. 15, great builds. Very nice. Vanessa, great 15. You're kind of doing a 270, or you're shortchanging your turn to leave your space, leave your legs out there for Chris. And you're taking it easy, and then nice keying at the end there. So very happy with that. This is a good spacing on the 11. Good arm stretch there, Vanessa. Lauren, you could maybe push your arm forward a little bit more just to make a little bit more space for Chris. So Chris, you could set up a little bit, put your helmet here. So just a little bit forward, just to give us more space. Ideally, I should be a bit more of a compressed picture, not making Vanessa work so hard. But I think it's just, I'm trying to see so much of what's going on because I'm kind of in coach mode that this is what happens. But if this was somebody else that I was coaching, I would say to them, you know, point is trying to see too much, and as a result, this shape is not great. It should be in a parallel compressed. Okay, so, okay, Chris, this is a lot of forward move. Normally we need a little bit more of a knee to get you on the side slide. So that's not ideal. There it comes now. But there you've made it. There's a big flick though. Yeah, we've got our inter. It's looking good. Good volume on this, Lauren. Like you and I have created this level, and we're holding on to the level now. We're keeping the piece tight. Vanessa's looking up at it. She can see where it's going to go. She drops the knee. That's a great technique, Vanessa. We continue to spin. This is where the vertical comes in. And you see how we're on top. And now the vertical, this burble from Vanessa, brings us down, and we should land in the hole. Right there. Okay. Again, I under-rotated it a bit because I was trying to see too much at the end. Normally I would have let it spin and, you know, trusted you guys, but I'm just trying to see what the bottom pair is doing. So it's kind of a double-edged sword. You know, I'm trying to see so I can help improve things, but sometimes it has the opposite effect. But that was very nice technique, you guys. Okay, 15. Good 15. A little bit of movement in there, which we could do without. All right, this is nice. This is good spacing with this forearm stretch. I like that, Lauren. This is looking really good. Good height. Hold your head switch over the left, Lauren. That's very nice. Very nice, guys. Photon, block 11, I'm happy with. This is Caterpillar, block 15. Good key, Vanessa. Turn in place, stop early, so your legs are there for Chris. Beautiful. Okay, that was very nice. Again, a grade 11 build. Alex could definitely do better. Lauren, you could be straighter, and I could definitely be straighter. So that's something we're going to work on as a top pair. He comes. Chris, instead of a forward, I see how you're driving forward and then flicking yourself. Have a look how this is the position that Vanessa's into now. You see how she just starts with her knee and she side slides? You need to do that from the beginning. So it's more of a slide and then a whip as opposed to a forward and a whip. You're achieving the same result, but it's more effort, and I think it's ending up in quite a big flick. Okay, but good volume on the top here again. Lauren, we high, we're watching it. We're looking, we're using the burble to bring ourselves down into the gap. Beautiful. Good 11s, you guys. Good 15s. This is looking really nice. Great job. Great job. Okay, so this is a very good example of, and I talked to you about this afterwards, I think, Vanessa, about you guys seeing more. So we had a very good start to this block 11, photon, photon. Right, we started, you opened up the door, which was good. Chris came through, did his thing. Now, Vanessa, you need to take the leg and you need to go this direction. Chris, you need to back up a bit, make space for her. What happened is, for whatever reason, Vanessa, instead of coming this way, and Chris, you backing up and pulling her through, so instead of coming here, Vanessa, you went there, and you went too far on our half of the tunnel. You need to stay on your half. If we had to draw a diagonal from this line on the window down to the door, that's your half to play in. You got a little bit deep on us, and then as you looked, we were so high above you. Once we're in this position, we kind of committed. Like, we can kind of hold our ground, but we're using your burble to drop back into our little hole for the close. So there's not a lot we can do. So at this point, Vanessa, you should have flicked around the corner and made it happen. You could have taken your leg and come backwards this direction. So already here, you should have seen like, oh, this is not going to work. And then taken this left knee, dug it down, and pulled back into this corner. Sharp, sharp corner. And then you could have saved it. We did save it. You guys did really well. But that's an example of where you want to do a really quick head switch on the bottom so you can see what's going on. So for example, Vanessa, Chris would come through, you would look, and then as you flick, quick head switch. At this point, throw the head around the right so you can see what's happening quickly, and then you can make the catch. Okay, we did talk about it afterwards. That was very good, you guys. Just our spacing got a little bit janky at the end there, but the first half of those 11s were great. So 11 photon, photon I'm happy with, and 15, which is caterpillar, caterpillar, I'm also satisfied with. 18. All right, cogging 18s. Cog, cog, easy. Nothing wrong with that. Key, move to the next point. We'll take it all day long. All right, so here's our nemesis. This is definitely one we're going to repeat when we next train. Block 19, which is called Ritz Ice Pick. Good setup in the center, you guys. Vanessa, you open up, so lean to the right. Give Chris a little bit of pressure in his left hand on your arm, so you can use that as a bit of a lever to pull on you and get this thing turning. That's looking good. Lauren, good opening the door. I should go more forward and around the corner, but again, I guess I'm trying to see too much. But anyway, we just get to this position. And now, Lauren, you should have your right knee dug down, and you shouldn't move from this point. And if you feel that I'm pulling on you too much, whatever the case is, then you need to let me know. But you do not want to swing underneath them until we know where they're going to end up. So we hold, and you give your legs. That was amazing. That was perfect. So you'll remember the session before this, you just went immediately, and you just kind of rolled the dice that it would work out. This one, you held your ground, you watched, you put your legs in at the last minute. Even though they were really high, you made it work. We came up to meet them, and they were coming down. As you can see by Chris's janky position there, and then we roll out to our next one. Okay, very nice. Let's look at our 18. Once we decide what to build. There we go. Very nice, you guys. Let's look at this 19, step out. Perfect. Very nice, Lauren. All it takes is for us to look a little bit. Okay, so guys, this is no good. For some reason, we get all wobbly when we're trying to build 18s. We've got such a good 18 cogging situation going on now, but it's taking us 7 seconds to build the thing for whatever reason. So So let's back it up a little bit here and let's see what happens. So here's our 19. We should just turn straight on. We know that the centers have to build a compressed with one another. So Lauren, you should just roll onto it. You've kind of over-rotated already. You know from here, you guys have to build a compressed. So Vanessa's legs should just come in there, and your upper body should just roll around your knee, and you guys should meet in the middle here. Or in fact, actually, Lauren, you should open up. We should build it between this long axis here. So we need to look at this on the creepers a little bit more, but we need to take it slow and build a better, have a better setup. So Lauren, it looks like you already want to get my grip, but I wasn't ready for the leg grip yet. So we were trying to set up, and I'm waiting for it. There it is. Okay, so this is a good setup, but we need to get to this sooner without all those waves rippling through it. Okay, key, open the door, spin, spin, spin. Okay, I don't know what's happening here. We're getting stuck. My computer, open up. Ooh, wait, Lauren, wait. Oof, that was close. You almost went too soon. I'm going to reverse this. What is going on, Vanessa? Okay, so I want to see what happened on the bottom pair here. So Vanessa, I think already the fact that you guys are going so soon, I think you're going backwards too much. I think you need to open up to the right, hold your head switch a bit. The head switch is looking good. Hold the head switch. And now look at that, Vanessa. You've head switched way too early and your body is getting pitched. Look at that. Real skew. This is no good. Alright. You want to stay flat. You want to keep your head switch even at this point, looking over your left shoulder. And I know it's scary because you don't know where you're going to end up, but that's the only way that this thing can turn flat. The fact that you've tried to see too soon, your body's, you've torqued your body, and it's putting the piece too far over. Okay, and there was too much of things. I don't blame him, Chris, for letting go. All right, well, and then you were kind of out of sorts there a little bit. So I think Vanessa, you've got to focus on just being straighter, letting things happen, being a little bit more patient. Like even at the end here, when you wanted to pick up grips, you were impatient with it. Let's go back. Now, I know you don't want to look at all these bad ones that you do, but I think it's worth noting. So we've already noticed that this is a terrible position for you to be in. You need to stay flat and hold your head switch longer. Now we came down. We reached down too soon for it. It wasn't ready. Lauren, we could have waited. We should have waited much longer. We'll talk about that in a minute. We didn't get it, so we let it go. And then Vanessa, you tried to pick up the grip again, but you weren't ready. You were still bouncing off the net. You reached up to your right. You opened your chest. It spat you out into Chris. Then again, you weren't ready. Here. And you try to pick up a grip. So you just didn't have control of your body, and all you wanted to do was pick up that grip. So that's a good lesson to be learned here. You got to take a beat, balance yourself, set up. When you're totally ready, hands go on grips. It's really the last thing that happens. Okay. So this was just a comedy of errors, all stemming from just, unhappy body position. So let's do our 18 again. These 18s are coming really nicely. We just got to work on our build, but I'm really happy with these cogs. Very nice. Okay, I think we do 19 again later, so we'll talk about it in some more once we get to it. Okay, here we go. Next up. Okay, so up 20 started to get better, Lauren. You were rotating a full 360, which was better. Chris was making the catch, but when we finished the 20, the momentum of it pulled it across the tunnel. And I mean, the glass stopped us, but you were leaving a very tiny hole for me to try and get into to provide my cap there. And I know it's a struggle. I've been in that position before where it's so hard to stop that. But we'll come up with a technique to fix that. Okay, I want you to come forward a bit. There we go. That's a better space for 22. Just to give you and Chris, Lauren and Chris, the most space in which to be able to turn this. So 22 is a T Chinese T. Sorry, I'm not saying the names just so you guys get familiar with them. 22 is T Chinese T. I go up and over. Lauren, hold your head switch. Chris, burying your head between her legs there. Good job. Trying to keep her in the center. You could have gone a little bit more forward, Chris, before you actually got the spin on. Let's have a look. Good turn, Vanessa. And then giving her a target. And then see how this whole piece shifted over to the left? This piece should have stopped here. That should be the end of it. Okay, that was done. I'm going to come into close, but now it keeps coming at me and it kind of blocks me out there. Okay, so we've got to be a little bit disciplined with that. Let's look at our 20 again. All right, so good setup on the 20. Tail and point look at each other. Key together. I go up. I'm watching over my left shoulder to make sure Lauren gets underneath. At this point, Lauren, I really like your body position. That leg is doing the right thing. Vanessa looks like she's giving you some good torque. Now what you want to do is get her tight. This is looking really good right now. Tight. Lauren, look over your left shoulder. Look left. Still look left. And take your right leg and give it to him. Give it to Chris. Nice. This is one of our better ones. Very nice, guys. And then forward into the 22. Stop. There. 22 should be ended there. Totally ended. So when you do your backwards move, Vanessa, and I never talked to you about this, but it's kind of the next step, is you want to go backwards a little bit. So what you would normally do is, Vanessa, you would open up here, and at this point, you would make space. You would start to slide backwards just half a foot. And as Chris comes by, you would turn backwards so your head ends up here. Right, so your leg is here now. So you've actually moved backwards a little bit. I like to do it at this part. So I kind of, here I start to slide backwards already. Just a foot. And then I cog with him. You've actually turned before him. I kind of cog with him so my legs are there. So when we make the catch is made here, there. So you're just a foot forward from where you are, and then point can get in and finish up there. But good 22, guys. I'll take that. I'm going to let this 20 run full speed, and we'll see how it goes. Good catch, good catch. Oh, driving away. So this is where the hard work comes in. So we had it, but then we just couldn't hold it. Okay, and that's just momentum from the block. So here it goes. It's kind of stopped. And at this point, Vanessa, you need to stop your ground. Maybe you're looking for the catch, or whatever the case is. Chris, you can maybe help by taking that left hand and anchoring it and kind of sliding left. Whatever we need to do to stop this here. But now it's kind of sliding away from me. So we really have to work to kind of keep that in the center. Okay. Nice. That's a good one, Vanessa. If you squeeze, if you turn backwards around your leg a bit now, it'll be perfect. Okay, 20, Piper Viper. That was very nice. Very nicely done. Chris almost got that catch. We didn't drift a lot across the tunnel too much at the end. Okay, and here, Vanessa, we didn't give a target to catch. Remember how we talked about leaving a target? So as you turn here, there, leave that leg. You should ideally be over here somewhere. You give that leg that you can catch, because now look here. Now Lauren needs to get to your side, to your compressed, which is quite a tricky thing to do, just to squeeze in there. Okay, so I think I actually did a demonstration here with Lauren. Okay, the lights have already flashed, so we'll just do a little freebie here for a second. We're going to spin the piece. Okay, so this is what we kind of want to do. So pretend we're doing a block 22 now. He comes, pretend that point is on that side. He comes. Okay, I've turned quicker than you do, but that's fine. And now I take this leg and I leave it there. So when she comes around, I haven't finished my turn. I'm not facing forward. She grabs the leg and then I just go onto her. Okay, and this is where it's important that you don't over-rotate that turn, Chris. So when Lauren comes around, stop her. This should be the end of it now. You should be placing her. So when she hits this, all I do is I fold on, and this was a bit extreme. I was just trying to do it for the purposes of demonstration. But I should fold on, but we should make the catch here. It's gone a foot too far to the left. So we definitely want to stop that piece here so we have space for point to get on. But Vanessa, I just want to show you, you can present that leg. It can be a 30-degree angle, anything that, so when Lauren comes around, there's a grip for her to target without having to squeeze past your head and then drive forward around and get around you. Okay, but that was block 22 and block 20. Great progress, guys. I know yesterday was a hard day and we left a little bit dejected, partly because I was getting impatient and frustrated, and once again I apologize for that. But watching the videos now, we can see we had a lot of good stuff. Okay, block 7. Nice 7s, you guys. 14s were nice as well. 7s is side buddies, here they come. Good keys from the outside. Good cogging, you guys. Good catches. Great 14 build. Okay, very nice. Only thing I would say is once we have success with jumps like these and they start to go, we've got to keep them smooth. Towards the end, because they were working, we started to ramp up and they got a little bit out of control. Like this is a good example here. Look how we got into this 14, Lauren. I'm looking at you. You set up, but you weren't quite ready, and look how your whole body's drifting before you go. You weren't really balanced, ready to go. So now this thing's starting to get away from us a little bit. That's a good build. There we go. So that was an example there, Lauren. You see, we finished the 7. We finished the 7. Very nice start of the 7. Good finish. Now, look at your build to the 14, Lauren. You just kind of just threw yourself in there. No regard. So we got to keep the smoothness. You want to slide in and out as much as possible. Try not to let the success of the jump get you where you think, well, now I can go harder. Okay. All right, 7 14s. Good to go. What we got next? 18s again. Much better build on this one. Good cogging, good catches, key. Very nice. We'll take these all day long. 9s. Good. Great 9 builds, guys. Better 18 builds. Look at that. Very nice. Good. I'm going to take these 18s. Sometimes the bottom pair, you guys don't spin, as around your center point. Sometimes, like there you go, and sometimes at the end there's a little bit of a flick. It's not as spinny as it could be, but I think we'll get there. If you watch Lauren and I, when she goes through, okay, that wasn't a great example, but we just try and keep the center point between ourselves, and we just spin around that center point. Actually, it's great, guys. It's a very good job. Love it. 18s, pleased with them. 9s, pleased with them. Man, we're ticking these blocks off one by one. So 19, you still have to work on a little bit. The only one so far. So 11 again. This was a much better one. So I'm going to go back. Look at our spacing on this 11. Okay, so much better compressed build from the top pair. Nice spacing from the bottom pair here. If we have to draw a line down the middle of the tunnel here, let's call this the center point. You see how you guys have stayed on your half, your lower half. We've done our thing. We've got good levels, Lauren, which is nice. And then a quick head switch from you. Perfect. I'm just going to show that once more. From you, by you I mean Vanessa. So Vanessa, see how you're looking at the pair? You can see where we are. So automatically you know how much space we have. If we had drifted and we were more on top of you, you would have gone that way, and Chris would have backed up and given you more space. If we were way over there, let's say we were in the sky and there weren't some walls and we were further away from you, you would have slid in that direction. But we know this because you guys can see us. So now as we go, you see how you do this quick head switch. See that finesse, and you're doing it while you're staying flat, and that's the key. Being able to head switch and look, but not moving your chest around. So this is a great result. Now you've seen where it is, and now you can decide how to position your body based on where the catch is going to happen. Bam, there it is. Very nice. Great block 2, you guys. Good block 11. Good block 2. Great block 11. Great block 2. We're trying really hard. I'm just nitpicking now because it's all I have to focus on. Lauren, I think I'm going to stop helping you as much. So as I do this key, you see how I take my left hand on your shoulder and I push you back. So as you feel my right hand come off, just close your legs. That's all you have to do. Close them a little bit sooner. I'll help you with the push. And then maybe a little bit, I see how you're doing the right technique, finesse, but sometimes you don't always get the right angle. So Lauren's got a good angle there, chest high. Looks like your legs are high, but your chest is low on this one. Finesse, so it's not really working, but then Chris, you're putting in a good effort, and then a good stop on that. So we're making this work, like whatever it takes, making it happen. That was better, Vanessa, I like that. Okay, let's keep this piece small. What we don't want to do is get out of control on the piece. So what you want to do is, Lauren, hold your head switch over your right shoulder. You see how you're looking already, Lauren? Over your left shoulder. And now look what's happened to the piece. Look where your arm is. Look at this. This is not a three-way donut piece. We do not have right angles between us. And that's because your head switched looking for the catch. And that's what happens. And look at this crazy piece. And look at all this float that we got. And that's a pure result from you looking over your shoulder too soon, looking for that catch. Okay, so hold the head switch over your right shoulder for as long as possible. Alright, grade 11 build, guys. Let's see what happens. Boom. Very nice. I should also hold my head switch on this, but again, I'm trying to see too much. But this is a very good picture, good levels. We'll use the burble to put ourselves back into place. And then Vanessa, good coming up on the way out of it to meet us up top there. Beautiful. Arch, Lauren, legs together. You know, I don't want you to go backwards, but I want you to settle into it so that you're heavy, so that when you lean backwards, you have some weight behind you to pull yourself backwards, right? That's a better one, Vanessa. I like that. Lauren, you're opening up. You're automatically opening up, looking for the catch, which is what's causing this. If you kept your head switch over your right shoulder and you kept your arm tight like Chris is doing, you did this with your arm in there, that little donut is going to spin like a whatever spins. Okay, whatever spins fast. It's going to go, but you're definitely compromising it by trying to look too soon. Okay, so we're going to work on that next time. So 2 is going back on our list to do some drills. Okay, and this was amazing as well. Look at this, Vanessa. I love that you were watching and you saw we were in trouble and you held off for a second. So we did our 11. We got halfway. We weren't doing so well. You waited for a sec before you came to make the catch. And that's what it's all about. We're looking, we're seeing, we recognize when somebody's having difficulties, and we fix it. Okay, we're just not on autopilot. Success, guys. I'm very happy with that. Alright, last couple. Here we go. 19 again, because we're doing the best with it. So we switch slots, myself and Lauren here. I'm in outside center, Lauren's in point. Comes through. I might have forgotten to tell Lauren to stay down. Okay, so we just reset this one. Here we go. So Chris, this was impressive and acrobatic, but way too much. So if you need to go over, you just you stay flat, but you just extend the legs a bit. Like this one, you were doing a handstand on top of Vanessa. So it didn't work out naturally. Okay. We stay down, you get to spin more. Okay. Nice moves though. And it'll make a good screensaver at some point. Okay, and that didn't spin well, Chris, because you were so worried about going over, you got so stretched out that you didn't have a tight rein on it. So at this point, Chris, you should be close on Vanessa. Look at that. Look how wide this thing is. You can't really turn a tight piece when she's 5 feet away from you. Okay, so you want to open her up, get forward onto her, bring her close to you, put your head against her body almost, and then spin it tightly, I should say. Okay, and then Vanessa, got to hold your head switch. Don't help so much because I think it contributed a little bit that you're going up. Now you're switching your head a little bit too soon, but I think we got better. But I do want to point out on the top, and this is the reason we switched the slots, Lauren, is watch what I do. So I open up immediately, right? You come through, look where I'm looking. I'm watching now. I'm not going anywhere. I've just stopped. What is happening with the top? Where are they going to end up? Where do I need to be? At the moment, they're not having a good time, so I'm not going to step into the middle because they're not ready for it. I'm going to see where they're going to go, and then I'm just going to give my legs, and off I go. Easy peasy. It's nothing. I'm watching, they finish, I give my legs, and I step out. It's basically a nothing move. Okay, you were definitely getting the hang of it last time, but I just wanted to illustrate. Now this is block 20. Okay. Somebody kid, somebody key today. All right, so have a look at this example. I took my time with it. I'm watching Chris. I'm seeing where he is, taking my right leg, I'm giving it to him, Lauren. We've made the catch, then I stop. We stayed in the center. We've done the full 360. Point can finish. Off to the races. Okay. Block 19. Step out. Much better job, Chris. And I give my legs. I almost didn't have to do anything at the end there. Okay, that was my fault. I went a little bit fast for you, Chris. Open up block 19. Roots kick. With my legs. Even though the bottom wasn't doing a great job, it's easy to solve that if we're just watching Lauren. So let's have a look at the bottom pair here. I think you're coming a little bit too far backwards, to be honest with you, Lauren, Vanessa. I think you need to open up to the right, give Chris some tension on that left arm of yours so he can use it as a lever, and then let him go forward and spin you. I think you're going backwards a bit, and then it's kind of, he's trying to catch it from there. It's still solvable, except here it starts to go up, and this head switch and this look down that you've done, look at that, Vanessa. That's what's causing this problem. You need to stay flat, chin up, looking over your left shoulder. Sometimes when you head switch, the leg's already in your face. You should be here by the time you're head switching. So you're just doing it way too early, and that's definitely affecting Chris. He's doing a good job of salvaging this, but you guys can definitely do better on that. And see here, Lauren, how I did nothing. I could see that it wasn't working out, so I'm just waiting. Look at this right leg. You see how I've curled my booty in, and my knee is out, and I'm holding myself because, yeah, there's tension. I've just done a move. We've just done like a 180. It wants to slide into the middle, so I'm holding it. I'm watching, we're both looking up. Where's it going to end? It's going to end back here. I can see it. It's not going to end in the middle. If they had spun a nice tight circle and it was going to catch here, I would have stepped forward and given my legs. Because it's not, I'm going to wait, present my legs right there, which is basically a nothing move, and then step out. Okay, all about communication. And then this last 20. Okay, this is one, Lauren, Vanessa, where you weren't giving me any tension on the arm. And you lean out. Go that way. Okay, I was trying to say lean to your right, like open up as if you're taking your upper body and opening up 30 degrees. I need that left arm tension so I can use it as a lever to spin the piece. But not bad, guys. Good job on that. All right, last one, I think. Last one. Let me see what's happening. Peter's working overtime here. Something has happened. All right, there we go. Last one. Okay, 19. Very nice. So that was really good patience, Lauren. You just went too much at the end there. So if we fast forward this, you should have stopped by here. But you were trying to go an extra 2 feet. So look at all that power, and the catch is so hard, and it's talking your body a bit. So you just had to do much less in this 19. Okay. not bad. Okay, so Lauren, when you finish that 20, you've got to lean back into it. And um, you really have to stop it from drifting across the tongue. You've got to be strong on that. It's not easy to do. I feel your pain. Wait, Lauren. Give legs. Okay, I can still do better than that. We're going to fix these 19s. So I'm not going to obsess over them now. We'll watch one more 20. Great catch, Chris. Good job. Okay, so it's working. Just a lot of levels up and down and moving around. So our goals, our 19s are not great and our 20s are not great. The rest of them are pretty great, you guys. I'm really happy with them. A few more drills. So the next session we fly, we're going to focus on these bad blocks. We're going to make them our freaking best blocks. And I can see they're easy fixes, so we're going to fix them perfectly. We'll run a few randoms in between some of the blocks. We're going to work on some of the block builds, so we can build a block as if it's a random. It should be that natural for us. And then we just take our time cruising through the block. So I'm quite encouraged by our progress. And Lauren, this little Savolo sticker you rep in there looks rad. All right, peeps. Catch you soon.